Okay, so playing sound, integral part of any video game and plenty of other things. It's nice to have that auditory feedback. So, where do you get sounds from? Good question. One of my go-tos for quick projects is a website called bfxr.net. If you can get Adobe Flash to play in your browser, awesome. Otherwise, they offer a download, and it's just a simple noise generator. You can create pickups, explosions, and all sorts of interesting things. And then we can just pick one that we like. Let's find a I don't know, I kind of like that power up there is real nice. So I'm just going to export this wave. And I'll just save it to the desktop called Power Up 2. So we could take that file. From the desktop. Power Up 2 and drag it into our assets folder. And it comes in as a WAV file like this. We can test it in there. So let's say that we wanted to have a sound play when the door opens. So you might think initially that it would make sense to add an audio source to this, and then whenever it gets destroyed, to run it. The problem is that the moment that the door is destroyed, so is the audio source. And so that's just not going to work. What I like to do is I like to build a game object on the FPS controller. Sometimes the FPS controller has an audio source already. Sometimes it doesn't. So in this case, right next to my player controller on my FPS controller, I'm going to add an audio source. And I'm going to turn play on awake off, but I'm not going to add any audio clip to this, so I don't really need to worry about it at all. Now, this is the basics. You might want to take your code and put it into some other script. But I'm going to put it in the player controller so that I can just get this video completed quickly. I'm going to open up the player controller. I am going to create 2 more public variables. I'm sorry, I'll use a serialized field for this. Serialized field. And we will build an audio clip named door open. We can also build a private variable called of the type audio source, and I'm going to name mine AUD, just short for audio. In start, I want to assign AUD equal to this.getComponent audio source. And then whenever I open the door, I'll play the sound, the audio clip from the audio source. So we'll scroll down to on trigger enter, if compare tag key, if compare tag door, if total keys is greater than 1, destroy the door, and AUD.play one shot. And this is the clip, door open. That's it. We'll go back to Unity. We'll look at our player controller. It will have a new spot for a none audio clip. And I will drag my WAV file, or MP3, or OGG Vorbis, FLAC2, I think, and we'll see if it plays. I'll make sure mute audio is turned off. grab the key, open the door. And there you go. So another thing you can do, so you get your phone out, and you could record a series of audio files, and then just bring them onto your computer, import them into your project. At this point, we should probably build some kind of audio file. Oh no, they're set to M4A and that doesn't know how to play those. Oh, rats. I can't convert these. Well, that's disappointing. Make sure that when you're exporting your files, that you can export to a WAV format, an MP4 format, MP3 format, and then you can just add stuff all day long. What I would do, so let's say that let's go back to VFXR, and we'll take this power up, export it, and this power up here we can use when we pick up the key. So I will scroll up to my door open and I'll say get key. That just serialize 2 fields. We can also add a header, audio clips, and what that should do to the inspector for the FPS controller that is not what I want. I don't want audio clips and then audio clips. I want the header to go above. Or I could just leave the header out. That's fine. So power up 2 for the door open, power up 1 for the get key, and in my code, anywhere that I need to add a sound or want to add a sound, AUD.play one shot, get key. I can apply the same idea to my gun, add an audio source to my gun, and then every time I fire a bullet, play an explosion sound or a pow sound. So let's try it out and make sure the key works. Just like that. Just like that.